All right, let's talk about something every single one of us knows intimately: fear. We're going to break down what it is, why it happens, and, most importantly, how to take back control when it feels like your body is screaming long before your brain even knows what's going on.
You know that feeling, right? That sudden jolt, your heart just hammering against your ribs, that tightness in your chest. It's this raw, physical reaction that leaves your logical mind scrambling to catch up. That feeling, right there, is exactly what we're diving into.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about the built-in alarm system. To really get a handle on fear, we have to start by completely reframing it. Trust me, it's probably not what you think it is. Let's get one thing straight right off the bat. Fear is not a weakness. I'll say it again, it's not a weakness. It's your body's natural, factory-installed alarm system, designed for one purpose: to keep you safe from threats, whether they're real or just imagined. Think of it as a feature, not a bug.
So the alarm itself is actually a good thing. The real problem starts when that alarm system gets stuck in the on position. You know? It's like a car alarm that just won't shut off, screaming at everything that passes by, even when there's absolutely no danger. So, what happens when that alarm malfunctions and just starts blaring? Well, our bodies have a few pre-programmed, totally automatic responses. Let's take a look at the 3 main ways we react. And here is the absolute key: you don't get a vote. This isn't your conscious, logical brain making a calm decision. This is the oldest, most ancient part of your brain, your reptilian brain, slamming the big red panic button without even asking for your permission. Okay, response number 1, flight, the classic. Your heart starts pounding, your breathing gets all shallow, and your muscles tense up, getting ready to run for your life. In our modern world, this doesn't usually mean running from a lion. It looks like avoiding that tough conversation, procrastinating on a big project, or just withdrawing from people altogether. Second up is freeze. This is what happens when a threat feels so huge, so overwhelming, that your brain just hits the emergency shutdown button. You literally stop in your tracks, your tongue gets tied, and you feel completely paralyzed, like a deer in headlights. It's a total system crash.
And then there's the third response, fawn. And honestly, this one can be the most dangerous of all. This is when you start people-pleasing to avoid conflict at all costs. You put on a smile and say, "I'm fine," even when you're completely falling apart inside. You're trading your own needs for a fleeting moment of safety. And that's dangerous because you're abandoning yourself in the process.
But here's the thing about fear. It isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's a true master of disguise, wearing these masks that can fool everyone, including ourselves. So let's pull back the curtain on a few of fear's favorite disguises. The first mask is quick anger. You ever see a cornered animal? It doesn't cower, it lashes out. For us, that can look like snapping at someone we love or getting super defensive for no reason. It's a preemptive strike rooted in fear. I'll attack you before you can attack me.
Next up is a mask that so many of us wear: deadly perfectionism. That relentless drive to make sure everything is 100% flawless. So often, that's just fueled by a deep, deep fear of being criticized or failing. The hidden logic is, if it's perfect, no one can attack it, and no one can attack me.
And oh, this one is huge. Mask number 3, overthinking. You know that endless mental hamster wheel spinning out every possible what-if scenario? That's your brain desperately trying to control a future it's terrified of. It thinks it's protecting you, but all it's really doing is trapping you in an endless loop of anxiety. And finally, fear can wear the mask of physical symptoms. We're talking about those unexplained headaches, that stomach that's always in knots, that constant exhaustion. You go to the doctor, they run every test in the book, and they all come back clean. Well, it's often a sign that chronic anxiety has literally taken up residence in your body. So we've seen how fear works and how it hides. Now we get to the most important part. What can we actually do about it? Look, the goal isn't to kill fear. It's to learn how to manage it, to tame it. So here's a practical 4-step guide to get you there. Here's our game plan. First, we're going to name the fear to shrink its power. Second, we'll use a simple breathing trick to calm that physical alarm. Third, we're going to face our fears, but in small, manageable chunks. And last, we'll challenge that worst-case scenario that our brains love to play on repeat. Step 1 sounds almost too simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Name the monster. The moment you feel that wave of anxiety, just pause and give it a label. Say it out loud if you have to. This is fear of failure. Or, oh, hello, fear of rejection. It's amazing.
Neuroscientists have actually shown that the simple act of naming an emotion can shrink its power by almost 50%.
All right, step 2 is all about taking back control of your body. See, fear messes with your breath, so we're going to mess with it right back. We're going to use a technique called 4-7-8 breathing. It all starts with a slow 4-second inhale through your nose. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now here's the crucial part. Hold that breath for a count of 7 seconds. This pause is what starts to break the panic cycle in your brain. So hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And finally, you're going to exhale slowly through your mouth for a full 8 seconds. This long exhale is what tells your body's relaxation system to kick in. It sends a direct message to your brain, we're safe. Just doing that 3 times can calm the whole storm.
Okay, step 3 is to face your fear, but in slices. You don't attack the whole thing at once. You break it down into tiny, bite-sized pieces. So, if you're afraid of public speaking, you don't start by booking a stadium tour. Nope. You start by just asking one question in a small meeting. Every one of those small wins gives your brain evidence that you can in fact survive this, and the fear gradually starts to fade.
And step 4 is to challenge the fear head on. Ask yourself, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen? But don't stop there. Keep asking, and then what? Okay, so I fail. And then what? I'll feel embarrassed. Okay, and then what? I'll learn from it, and I'll try again. When you actually follow that fear to its logical conclusion, you almost always find out it's not the life-ending monster you built it up to be.
So let's end with this really powerful idea. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's not about being fearless. Courage is moving forward while your legs are shaking. Fear can be a passenger in your life, but you cannot let it have the steering wheel.
So my question to you is this. What is one small step, just one, that you will take today to face a fear? You have to remember, you are stronger than any anxious thought you have. Start small and prove it to yourself. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.